You've been praying, but nothing's changing. You speak the words, but deep down, you wonder if anyone's listening. Ever knelt down and felt like your words just bounced off the ceiling? You whisper, shout, cry, beg, but silence answers back. Why? What if the reason your prayers feel empty isn't because God isn't real, but because you were never taught how to pray powerfully, not ritually, not traditionally, but biblically, with authority, with spirit, with results? James 5 verse 16 doesn't just say pray. It says a fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. So ask yourself, is your prayer effectual asterisk? Is it fervent asterisk? Or are you just reciting? Let's go deeper. Before we dive in, if this is already stirring something in you, if you're hungry to pray with fire, to see real power in your words, then pause right here. Subscribe to this channel, because what's coming next might just change your prayer life forever. Now, here's the brutal truth most churches won't tell you. Prayer isn't magic. It's not a formula, and it's not a checklist. Saying the right words with the wrong heart is like knocking on a door with no one inside. Jesus, in Matthew 6 verse 7, warned us about this. When you pray, he said, don't keep on babbling like pagans, for they think they will be heard because of their many words. Let that hit, because some of us are babbling. We think longer prayers are holier prayers. Louder prayers are stronger prayers. Fancier words make us sound closer to God. But God isn't impressed by noise. He's moved by truth. He's moved by faith. He's moved when you mean what you say. So the question is, do you mean it? When you ask for healing, do you believe he can do it? When you ask for breakthrough, do you trust his timing? When you cry for peace, are you still holding on to chaos? See, prayer is not about saying the right thing. It's about saying the real thing. It's about honesty. It's about surrender. It's about opening your mouth and letting your soul speak. But here's where it gets serious. If your life is full of noise, distractions, doubt, hidden sin, your prayer will have no depth. Because prayer doesn't start with your mouth. It starts with your heart. A bitter heart can't produce a powerful prayer. An unrepentant spirit can't call on divine intervention. You want to move heaven? Then first, be moved by heaven. That's why James linked effective prayer to righteousness. The more aligned you are with God, the more authority your voice carries in the spirit. Not perfection, but purity, sincerity, obedience. So here's the challenge. Tonight, don't just repeat what you've always said. Don't just bless this food. Don't just guide and protect us. Don't just thank you for today. Go deeper. Go raw. Go real. Say what hurts. Say what's hidden. Say what you've been too afraid to admit. And when you do, you'll feel it. That shift, that heat in your chest, that trembling in your voice. That's not emotion. That's power. That's prayer becoming alive. Now I want you to comment one word right now. The one word that just hit your spirit. One word that stirred you. Drop it in the comments. And if you're ready to unlearn everything you thought you knew about prayer, let's geo even deeper into how to tap into divine power and why your next prayer could break chains, heal wounds, and unlock your destiny. Let's be honest. You prayed before, and nothing happened. You asked, you waited, but heaven stayed silent. You whispered hope in the dark, but all you got was more darkness. And maybe that's why you stopped expecting anything at all. But hear this, that silence wasn't rejection. It was a test of hunger, a test of faith, a test of how badly you want it. See, powerful prayer doesn't just ask. It wrestles. It presses. It pursues. Remember Jacob? He grabbed hold of God and said, I will not let you go until you bless me. That's not recitation. That's desperation. That's a man who knows. Prayer is not a speech. It's a struggle. So when was the last time you prayed like that? Not cute, not clean, not memoized, but messy, ugly, tear-soaked, voice cracking, heart spilling. The kind of prayer that echoes in heaven. That's what James meant. The fervent prayer. The prayer with heat, with urgency, with fire. But fire only comes when something burns. So what in you needs to burn? Your pride? Your excuses? Your comfort zone? Because the truth is, until you let God burn those things, you'll never see the flame of power in your prayers. Let's go even deeper. Powerful prayer always begins with alignment, not just emotion, not just passion, but position. Where are you praying from? A heart full of bitterness? A mind clouded with fear? A soul chained to sin? Then clean it, right there, before you even speak. Take a breath, close your eyes, and say it. God, make me clean. That one line can break barriers you didn't know existed, because the moment your spirit aligns with His, your words become weapons. You're no longer talking to God. You're talking with God, through Him, by Him, and the power behind your voice becomes His voice. That's not religion. That's authority. You are no longer begging. You are declaring, because heaven doesn't respond to panic. It responds to faith. Say it again. Heaven doesn't respond to panic. It responds to faith. So what do you believe? Do you believe God hears you? Do you believe He's near? Do you believe this moment could change your life? Because it can, if you speak from a place of surrender, a place of faith, a place of fire. God doesn't need long speeches. He needs your heart. So go, right now, pray like the veil has been torn, because it has. Pray like your words have weight, because they do. And when you do, don't be surprised if peace floods your room, if the burden lifts, if answers start to come, suddenly, rapidly, clearly, because the Bible never said prayer might work. It says, it availeth much. So tonight, don't just pray, prevail. And if this stirred your soul, then don't scroll past. Subscribe to this channel. Join others who are tired of surface-level religion and ready for real fire. Before you leave, drop ONE word in the comments that describes what you felt just now. Was it breakthrough? Power? Faith? Clarity? Say it out loud. Then write it down, because your next prayer could shift the entire atmosphere around you. And you were born for that kind of power.